up, dudes? FooserX, little foosball, FooserX reacts. What are we gonna watch today? I thought, our last episode was Kuwait players, uh, but let's get to some Masters again because I really enjoyed commentating that last match last night with Robbie and Rue versus Tony and Todd, and I woke up feeling a little bad about it. Definitely was a little hard on Lafredo towards the end with some of his decisions. So let's get a little redemption from him. I haven't watched this match, but I wanted to check out Horton because we are on this channel. We're looking at quality foosball, what to do, what not to do, different series, and let's make sure everything's looking tight with all different kinds of series. Like it'll be nice to see what series Horton brings to the table. He usually has like a tic tac between the 1 and the 2, and I thought about, hey man, if you Kuwaiti players want to have that really fast tic tac and go into different passes, like let's learn and watch from the master, and make that series that other people are trying. Let's just tighten it up a little bit so everything looks the same. So let's do that, and I want to make sure I full screen this bad boy. What is it? ToddAtha and Todd. Man, look how young. Both of them still at Horton, Beine. I don't think I've seen Beine before. What's Rob's doing a little tic-tac series there. And it's slowing up into the brush. Pretty patient there. See what Beine's got from the 2-bar. Already 2 setups from the pull. Very classic game where you're just setting it up, reading the defense, and that's what you get. That's what you get when you're patient and you got Big Daddy back there.
Best 2 games out of 3 to see who will reach the final.
Let's see what Robbie's doing, or Atha's doing right there. This is a long time ago. He's probably at a different level, but looks like he's setting up for the brush. Then he goes into a stick series. Like these are option passes, and I think this last one was like a chip. Chip series. So a little all over the place right now, and no surprise, Horton's on it. You're not working a series. Horton gets that steal and blasts it. He's dialed in. I think.
2-0 lead for Horton and Beine. Game 1.
Again, option passes, not a brush. So we'll see if he keeps doing that. I don't know.
ToddAtha has that one blocked straight up in the air, hustled after by both forwards. Nice save by Lafredo. Sent on goal to Horton, and eventually it's Lafredo.
Good grab from Lafredo. Gonna set it up just like Beine. We'll see what he's got back there.
Todd looking to score.
Yeah, on goal. This is what I'm talking about. Very controlled from the 2-bar. Pick your hole, you wait for it. And it gives your forward a chance to predict what's going to happen. And Johnny gets that loose ball pickup.
Johnny Horton. Tried to come down the middle of Lafredo with a block. Boy, the 2 forwards are really scrambling in that midfield.
Let me just pause this real quick. This is Inside Foos. So we got like, who is it? Jim Stevens commentating. That dude's an icon. So I always want to just promote him, but I should have been doing that before. Let's make sure we always promote and get our stuff from Jim Stevens. I know I've bought a lot of DVDs from him, even on like Christmas or something. I get DVDs from him from my girlfriends, so it's always pretty awesome. Always want to check out his stuff and support him. Subscribe, do whatever. But great commentary. Let's get this going. Yeah, it looks like Horton is not using the series that I'm used to watching him, but again, look at him set up and work that toss. He's just moving it back, hovering over it, taking that hole. Very tight, very tight.
Johnny again tried to come down the middle. Todd just not giving him that hole.
Pause this real quick. Just gonna adjust this volume here. Look at that. Taking his time, coming off it a few times just to get a read on if Todd's bailing somewhere. But, you know, it's smart. He got blocked a couple times. Let me take a timeout. Figure this out. Look at that, man. You got 15 seconds? Use it. Look at that patience on the 3-row. This is why you watch Master Foosball, because when you watch stuff, you just, like, start, like, learning it with osmosis. Oh, my gosh, Todd. Look at all these options from when you set it up with the pull. You can shoot it, but you can pass it. All these different holes are open. So much fun to have a series like that from the 2-bar, but you have to work it. Look at that. With great patience on the 5-row from Horton. And look at the ball control when you're watching Master Foosball. There's no wasted seconds coming off the clock. And again, Lafredo just feeding Rob. There's no wasted moments of trying to set up the ball. Like, they're just maximizing all the time that they have on each rod. Good blocking from Beine. And let's look at what Beine's doing. Every single time right now, he has set it up on the same spot, and he's already scored one. It was like Lafredo was having to come out there to block that. Oh, man, dirty. So dirty from Rob. Like, taking his time. It looked like, let's see what Rob on the 5-row. Now he's into like a traditional brush. So he's definitely kind of changed things up. Maybe he's settled down. Maybe he's like, I'm going to go with this one. Well, no one thought option, deflected. Not really. Definitely tighten up his 5-row right now. He's just throwing a bunch of different stuff at Horton on the 5. Look at Horton is tossing it, getting some reads, figuring stuff out. Oh man, look at that patience on the brush. Coming off the wall. He has his tosses. He can do anything at any point, but he's taking his time. Pick the right hole, just misexecuted, but that's what we want from the brush. Todd trying a third pass. Another pass. He's probably pulling Johnny off the holes that he wants. Exactly. Exactly. I called it before it even happened. Look at that. We had 2 passes in a row, dudes. 2 passes to Atha's 3-row. And then he gets it on this possession, and he tries the 3rd pass in a row, but Johnny is on it. He's like, hey, man, I've had enough of that. And now Atha's starting to score, so can't have that anymore. And just to drive the point home, like, for Todd back there, he's saying, I know what I want to shoot, but Horton's on my hole. I'm going to throw in some passes. Maybe they get through, maybe they don't. And they did the first 2 times, and then he's still forcing that pass in there, and he is pulling Horton off his zone and forcing him to defend that pass, and then he just blasts along. The master foosball. Look, yeah, man, you can have that. You can have that block because it's opening up what I want to do, and that's what I want to do. That's why we shoot from that series. That's why we mix things up, because there's so many options from that. So powerful, especially when you have somebody smart shooting it. Good steal. Yeah, there's no tells on his roller. Like, he's not hovering over a certain side of the ball. Every now and then a little stop or stutter. It definitely seems like Beine was getting a lot of blocks in the beginning, but Rob's kind of dialing in on that defense. He's blocking Horton's 5 pretty good now, too. Nice. But you can tell, he's probably just feeling it, starting to see things better. Oh, man. Oh, man. Great blocking. He just got sucked into that push side, and he was posted dead row. So look, let's go back on that. It's almost the reverse of what Lafredo did. Like he's shot some shots down the deep middle and long. He tries it there, and he knows, hey, you know what? I just did some shots long. Let me throw up a pass up there to a different hole. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant shooting series from the two rod for both those, from Lafredo and Beine. Look at that, Rob tossing, multiple toss, and again, he just, that's all part of the series. It looked the exact same. That hole when that pass was wide open because he's taking his time. He's letting his series develop. let's look at that again. He's doing multiple tosses. He could pass it there, he could do some anything. He's faking the brush, and then he taps it back for another toss reset and easy pass. Easy pass. Because he's allowed his series to develop. He's letting the game come to him. He's not forcing anything. He's waiting for that opening. This is what I'm talking about, dudes. You take your time, you're going to be a great player like these guys. Oh, Beine, rocking that crossover defense. Oh, man. And look at that. So he's been setting that ball up, Beine. He's been setting it up the same way every single time. He looks like, look at that. It looks like he's going to set up for the pull one more time, and instead it's like this pull push kick kind of thing. And it's on goal. Alfredo blocks it. So fantastic option. You can do options, dudes. You just have to make them your option and not your main shot. Oh, man, look at that. Great defense. Great pass. I mean, the two-bar work and this match right now is the best I've seen, doing these reaction videos. They're both taking their time. They're both working a very disciplined series, and then they're both taking great options. And then the patience for both of these on the 5-row. Fantastic. Great recoil by Johnny. Very natural. Nothing excessive, nothing aggressive, just natural part of the shot. Multiple tosses, little weave here. Same thing with Johnny. Multiple tosses, hovering it over. Doesn't get it through, but I mean, it trickles through. Maybe this is Lafredo. Like, he needs to block pulls. Maybe not rollers so much. Like, his thing is blocking pulls. I mean, he's blocking. Horton's one of the best pull shooters ever, and Lafredo definitely has his number right now. And Atha's defense against Horton's 5-row is fantastic. Oh my gosh, look at that shot. Yeah, it didn't go in, but look at it. Boom. Big Daddy. We get Horton setting it up again. He's on Beine. Throw out a couple options. Let's go back to his bread and butter. Oh, my bread and butter is everything. I'll do some shots and then I'll do some passes. Look at the chemistry between those guys. That is not an easy pass to catch. Todd is really talking him into all those middles. Pass attempt again. And that's what's open. Lafredo, he dropped a bomb. He went long a couple times, and now it's back to the pass. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Set it up. Kaboom. How does he even know that pass is coming? I don't know, man, but look at all those options. Let's pause this, man. We are getting a showcase of what a 2-bar needs to be. We are. Yeah, I was thinking, hey, let's watch Horton. Let's see what Atha's got. No, man. What we're focusing on right now, what the brilliance we're seeing is Todd Lafredo and Steve Beine's 2-row. They are both passing and scoring from a set series. There's very little like moving it around. They're setting up the same way, and even their setups are the same all the time. And then they're taking an option here and there. That last pull kick pass by Beine looks exactly the same. Exactly the same as his shots. As his near wall passes and far wall passes, everything looks the same. I mean, There's nothing ToddAtha can do. He had not seen that pass before. He's blocking other stuff. He's worried about all of Steve Biney's options, and Steve Biney gets him with that pull kick pass. Like it's as long as he executes it, which I mean, he's a master. He's a legend as well. And then you got a legend up there catching the passes. There's nothing Atha can do. Absolutely nothing, man. Just fantastic two-bar showcase going on here. Kaboom. Waited for that crossover and went. But still really good defense from Lafredo. I mean, you can't block everything. And you can't give him the same defense. It looked like he gave him a little crossover, something different, and that was something Johnny read really well. Look at that. Lots of crossover motions. Definitely bringing in that second man on the two road. You got to do that because you get so focused on that open hole, and then in drifts that other two bar, and you're like, oh crap, didn't even think that guy wasn't even looking at that dude, and he's tripping Rob up sometimes with that. Setting it up, working the pass, didn't execute it right, or maybe it got blocked, but again, just get all these options from the two rod. Oh my gosh, fantastic. Okay, we're gonna pause that. This is what I should have been doing. Not me doing training videos and tutorials on my table, but watching Master Foosball and just commenting on all the great shit we're seeing here. Like this is another fantastic. This is one of the goalie's primary jobs. So what do we do as a goalie? We block, we clear. We don't have to score. It's nice. We really just want to clear. But the biggest, like the top, those are like top three things we got to do as a goalie. But I think the biggest, number one, is you corral loose balls. Like once it gets in your area, it is your responsibility to keep that ball in your area. And look how fast Lafredo reacts to this, because it goes in his area and then it's drifting out, and he's not going to corral that ball back in. Like maybe he could have, but instead of just letting it roll to Johnny's three rod, he kicks at it like, hey man, if I can't have it, you can't have it either. And that's a skill you have to possess. You have to practice it. You have to go after that ball no matter what when it's flying around the thing. Even if you know you're not going to grab it because it's moving too fast or something, just who cares, man? Just slice at it, kick it at something so the opposing player doesn't get a read on it, and it goes back into the table play versus the opponent's three rod. I mean, this is fantastic goalie work. This is underrated right here. We just look at people shooting and passing from the two bar, but check out this loose ball play right here from Lafredo. Comes back, I can't get it, and he pushes it out, and then he catches it again off the rebound. Fantastic. Fantastic. Setting it up, throwing the pass down there. Again, I would expect a shot to be coming up pretty soon. Well, there you go. Maybe it was a pass. Maybe it was, I don't know what happened, but went in there. Look at that. Multiple tosses, hovering over once. Look, twice, and then he goes into an option after he's kind of like lulled Rob into, hey man, I'll be patient with the brush. No, I'll do something fast. There it is. That was probably the shot, the pass that he meant to do last time and then went in the box. He's like, no man, I'll do it right this time. Look at that. All right. Oh my gosh. This video is going to take forever. This is so much fun. Look at that pattern from Biney bringing in that two bar. He's like swapping out this man over here with this man. And you got to do that. You have to every now and then bring that other dude. And he's showing him that pattern. He's like bringing it over here. And he's using this guy. And all of a sudden he just slows up his pattern for a second and Rob hits into it. Because it's a fantastic read by Rob. But it's just better goalie work by Biney to say like, hey, I'm giving you a pattern for 2-3 seconds, and then I'm changing my pattern. Let's watch this. Really fast switching of that two bar. And then he fakes it like, no, I'm not really coming out. Great block. Still good defense. This was not the series I thought I would see from Horton. Right, this brushing, and he's not having a lot of success with it either. Even when he gets that through, it wasn't clean. He didn't read that hole good. Oh man, I would say Todd, don't give Johnny the reverse anymore. for very long because he's dialed in on that reverse. Two bars setting up, taking his time. Kaboom! Big Daddy blocked, but it's all right, man. Ooh, that was probably Todd's first really bad play of the match, but it's all right, man. When you're feeding your forward and you're dropping bombs, look at that reverse. Don't stop doing the reverse, man. um, you can afford one turnover, and he paid the price, just like last night and some of these other foosball matches. When you turn the ball over, you deserve to be bitch slapped with a score. That's the punishment for a 3-rod turnover. Unacceptable. Look at that great, so great that toss. Just waiting for the perfect toss. Wide open wall. Great D again. I don't think Rob has really got more than one or two in a row off Beine. Oh man. Yeah, he's like, screw the brush. Let me just go back to some crazy stick series. Don't give him that reverse, man. He had a good block. It was a good block from Lafreda. It's too fast, too slop. Like a little slop dropped in after. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. That is one of the passes I have in my fibro philosophy. You have conditioned that other person. Hey man, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna toss it multiple times. I'm going to release it at certain points. And now he just dropped that super high lane on Horton, and Horton didn't even react. Fantastic. That's the series right there. You're tossing it, and it's just like boom. You want to stay on the wall? I'll take that super easy pass because you condition that opposing forward that you're going to take your time. Oh man, that defense had some balls from Beine. He slowed up his movements, and Rob still hit into his guys. Look at that nasty shot from Alfredo. That's what I expected last night watching him play with Tony. Like, where's the pull at? You got one of, if not one of the best pull ever. Let's see it. Again, just so patient, so many tosses, wide open down brush. Look at all these tosses. So patient, coming off the wall. Up was huge, took it. Master level foosball going on here. Like, I'm trying to nitpick, but there's nothing to nitpick, man. These dudes are, look at that. As soon as the ball, look at that. We're going to come back. As soon as the ball gets tossed, he is on it. He is ready to go. Look at that. As soon as that ball gets that separation from the second man, he is on top of it. He is ready to brush. That's how you do it. You don't wait for the ball to come to you down in the sweet spot. You instantly get over that ball, so you're ready to pass at any time. And he does that twice. Look at that. Instantly over it. Instantly over it. And he waits for his hole. He sees it. Fantastic. Setting up for the toe pin here. Probably had that dead row shot, but just misexecuted it. Lafredo's going to say, like, hey, man, you want to do toe pins? I'll do toe pins. I was bored back here playing awesome. Shoot my pull. I'll do something different. We're going to something different from Beine? No, man. I'm old school all the way. How many turnovers has Beine had? Like none. 0. All you got to do is clear. But if you start scoring and passing, that's bonus. That's when you're controlling the match. Oh man, that was good. That was a good pass. Atha was on it. Good call here. Like, he is not scoring. Oh man, he's putting Lafredo up there. Let's see what Lafredo's got. Kaboom. Oh my gosh. I gotta watch that again because it is a different stroke than Horton's. It is much faster than Horton. Just smoother, I guess. Oh man. So fast. all these tosses, so many. You can move the ball around fast, but you still got to be patient with it. Let's see what Atha's got from the 2-rod. Try to option, set it up. Another pass. We'll see if he takes advantage of that zone, just like Todd did. Nope. Again, strong shooting from Beine's 2-bar. Not a big fan of whatever Rob's doing up here. Just a lot of clearing. Good pass attempt. Just didn't execute it, but it might have been there. Oh man, that's huge. And let's do it. Did he score again? I'm like looking at my keyboard. You know, you can pass on your first toss here and there on the brush, but just make sure your toss is super slow, because then you're really giving your pass a chance to develop. Even if it's the first toss, as long as it's really slow, you have all the time in the world to make that first read. So I like multiple tosses just to set up other stuff, but when you do pass on your first attempt, like check out the speed of his toss versus the speed of Horton's toss. It's like, because Horton's toss on the brush is that much faster, his decision making has to be faster and maybe a little bit harder to read, but Todd on this brush right now is so slow, just all the time in the world to make that read. Boop. Yep. Just instant. Like he's ready to go on that hole. He sees the hole and he goes. I mean, huge switch. Because Lafredo was playing really good, but Robbie or Atha just wasn't getting it done on the 3 rows. They switch, and good things are happening. A little bit different defense from Lafredo on that 5-row D. Usually it's really fast here and there, and then all of a sudden this is what you got to do sometimes. You just sit still. Just sit still. I mean, they'll hit it into your dudes. He's moving it. Oh, no, I'm just going to stay here. Boom. Got to switch things up, dudes. Good pass. Great. Well, even better catch. Oh my gosh. I don't know, man. I don't know if I've ever faced a pull like that very often, where it's like the second he sees a hole, that's it. What? That's it? All right, man. Well, that was a good time. I don't know who won that at all, but again, we got what we get from this, dudes. We got fantastic 2-bars. Like, that's what we would take away from watching this video. Anybody that wants to fine-tune their craft as a goalie, and your 2-rod, you look at Lafredo, you look at Beine, look at all their options and how much they control the match, especially Lafredo from the 2-bar. If you're not passing, you're scoring. If you're not scoring, you can pass. And they were both doing that. They were both working their series. And then the 5-row, we just got to see some fantastic patience and tosses and setups and how tight your 5-row should be. Like, 0 wasted motions. So that's what we get, man. When we watch Master Foosball, we really get a feel for what our games need to look like. So let's do that, dudes. Watch more Masterclass Foosball to get a read, especially like if you have a tic-tac series, go find somebody who passes as a master with the tic-tac. If you have a brush series, go find that and copy them. All right, man. Good stuff.